A call to arms this Sunday at Cheap Shots Bar on Union Turnpike in Flushing, Queens, as in arm wrestling at the 39th Annual Empire State Tournament Champions. Over $3,000 in cash and prizes will be awarded to more than 100 female and male contestants, with the highest honor being declared the strongest arm in the Empire State. Joining me from Farmingdale, Long Island, is contestant Kerry Chapman. Welcome to BK Live, Kerry.
Welcome. Nice to be here, Michael. How are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you. And also, along for the ride is the founder and president of the New York Arm Wrestling Association, Gene Camp. Gene has been here 1,000 times. Right?
Yes, and I'm glad to be back, Michael.
Right?
It's always nice to be here.
Cool. Let's talk about this Sunday. First, you know what? Before we get into it, has, like everything else, technology has entered various forms of sports at various levels. Has technology gotten to arm wrestling at all?
Oh, without a doubt. Ways people work out today are just exciting and unbelievable. Everybody's got their own little thing that they do down there, stairs in the cellar, that they don't want anybody else to know how they're building their arms up. Some with pulleys, some with springs, and it's pretty exciting when they come all together for the tournament title.
Well, we'll get into more of that a little later. But Kerry, how long have you been involved?
About 8 years.
Okay, and how did you get started?
From Gene.
Okay.
I started as his registration girl, and I register all the contestants.
And what was about your first? Tell us about your first time, your first.
On my first arm wrestle.
Yeah. What was that like?
It was very nerve-wracking. Gene actually put me up there because there wasn't a lot of women, and I got crushed immediately. I was a little taken back by it, but I never arm wrestled before, professionally at a table, just a little bit here and there with my brother and my father. And I didn't really have any type of experience or technique, so it was an experience.
Wow! Tell us also, as far as your, how did you get better? Also, your practices and that sort of thing.
I go to practice in Queens, in Bell Boulevard, near Bell Boulevard Hillside, and we go to Jason Vale's house in his basement every week, and a lot of different people show up. I'm usually with Joyce Boone and a couple other guys. We kind of just pull our, we just pull our arms apart and, until we can't go anymore, a couple hours.
Gene, also women have gotten more involved, right, over the last 10 years or so?
Yeah, we get a lot of entries now every week, sometimes up to 13, 14 women in one tournament. Because the various weight classes, we have 125, 150, and then there's the overclass. And then we got right and left-handed competition. So the women are coming out more and more as they see it on TV. It's been on ESPN, and it's gotten really exciting.
I remember growing up, it was always on Wide World of Sports. It was always before an Ali fight.
Oh, that was years ago.
Yeah. We were waiting for Ali to come on, and they said, well, up next, arm wrestling. We sit back and watch it, then Ali would come on.
It was on Wide World of Sports. It was called wrist wrestling, and it was from Petaluma, California. That's how we got started. That was in the 70s.
Right.
Yeah, that was way back.
Right. As far as, what does it take to be a good arm wrestler? I know you have to have your ligaments, as far as your fingers, your wrists, your forearm, all that goes into it.
Yes.
Your tendons. You have to build up the tendons, because that's the most important thing in that endurance. When you're locked in battle with two guys that are strong, the endurance is what really, the will to win, the continuing mindset to never give up is what brings you to a winner.
And do you get a lot of ex-jocks that play football, basketball, at the highest level that want to get involved in arm wrestling?
Yeah, the weightlifter, the guy that's the strongest guy in the gym, but they don't come up against the real arm wrestler.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. The big bulky guy, you think, oh man, he's benching 300 or 400, but that guy, that slim guy who has the quick technique, it can just bang them
right
quickly,
away.
Right? Because how long does the average contest last?
Well, most times it's very fast. A long contest would be like a minute. a minute and a quarter, something like that. But most of them are under 15 seconds. That you see. I've seen, where guys go back and forth. These are two guys that don't want to lose for no money, and they just go at it strong. And those are our best videos, because you can really see two guys grimacing and just doing everything they can to possibly outbeat the other guy's technique.
As far as your technique, how would you describe your technique, Kerry?
I just pull as hard as I can and hope for the best.
Is there any particular, as far as
I try to
your
go
greatest strength at all?
fast.
Yeah.
I try to go as fast as I can
And going
hard.
into competition, what do you know about your opponent? Is it random, or do you know about who you're going to face a week before? Or?
No, we never know who's going to show up, especially with the women. A lot of the times I go against Joyce. She's in a heavier weight class than myself, but I'm trying my best to.
So you're
I was going after Joyce.
Yeah, everybody wants Joyce. All the girls want Joyce.
Was she here the last time?
She was here the last time.
Right.
Yeah, she couldn't make it today. She
Yeah.
wanted to desperately be here, but couldn't be. She's been the Queen of Arms about 5 times, and she lost last year to this girl, Anna Kenna, who's from Jersey, and she wants that title back. So she'll be at the Empire State Championship.
Do you ever see the point where you see male, females competing against
Challenge each other. Sure.
Does that happen?
And I've seen Joyce Boone put down a lot of guys.
The big, strong guys, too? Yeah.
Just put them right down, and they go like this, because they're really not arm wrestlers, and they have no technique or never did it before. But then when somebody does have technique and knows what to do with arm wrestling, then you're in trouble, because that's what happens.
As far as media exposure, how much media exposure are you getting? I know we're giving it to you today.
Yes, and I love that.
Right, but
BK
okay,
TV.
As far as that particular day, who's going to be there?
Well, we had Newsday gave us a 2-page write-up last tournament. We had CBS, but they stayed there all day. We had the New York Post there, and we get all the local papers, like the
regular media,
the
right?
local newspapers in the area come down and do stories.
Injuries, man. How many? As far as the wrists, the forearms. There must be several injuries in the sport,
All right.
also, right?
Yes, but what we do with the rules is to show people how not to get injured. The first rule out of our box is how not to arm wrestle. See this arm wrestling table.
Okay.
Now, if I'm arm wrestling in this position, that you could break your arm in this position.
Right.
You must always keep your chin in line with your hand to arm wrestle. Never go this way, because that's the bad position.
So it's about balance.
Yeah, and if
like
the
any other
referees
sport.
catch you in this position, that's it. They stop the match immediately, because this is the position where guys are pulling, and they got and this is this.
And then you snap and break your arm.
That's right.
Tell us also about this particular.
This captain's a coach grippers. Everybody's using these grippers now.
What's special about these particular grippers as compared to the grippers I grew up with?
Well, they have numbers on them.
Okay.
This is a number 1 gripper, and the captain's a coach grippers are the best grippers for arm wrestling. And they're also one of our sponsors.
All right, cool. Let me see. All right.
Hey, you got it. Yeah. And that's a very difficult, the number 1.
Oh, man, the left's kind of weak.
Yeah.
Well, okay. All right, cool.
No, you got it. Very difficult. This is a very difficult one.
Tell us about this one also.
This here is where you hook it on a pole, and this is good because the more you hook it,
Right.
and you keep pulling this way as the pole, make believe it's a pole, you keep going this way and then keep going, and it keeps pulling back where you're like, all of a sudden you can't beat that rubber because it's so tough to beat, and it's like arm wrestling with somebody. So this is like a big factor in arm wrestling.
So, Gene, Sunday, it starts, right? What time? Where again?
9:30 is the registration. At 9:30 to 12:50 at Cheap Shot Sports Bar on Union Turnpike in Flushing. If you want us, go to nycarms.com is our website. And if you want to call us toll free at 877-NYC-ARMS.
What you got here, Gene? got
And
something
this
for me?
this is our newest T-shirt,
Okay.
and this I brought specially for you.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, another shirt. Oh, man. Oh, great, great. Add to my collection. All right, good.
The other side has got the Empire State.
All right,
Nice.
all right. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming
Thank
on.
you so much for having
Okay,
us.
good luck.
Thanks, nice to see
Got
you.
a big day this Sunday.
That's right. Let's get ready to rumble.
Get rumble.